Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about some latest travel updates, and also if you are a traveler and if you want to travel Puri Jagannath, how do you travel from different parts of the world? Like for example, I stay in Delhi and I wanted to go to Kolkata, so I thought of en route, let's go and visit Puri Jagannath. So what I generally did was, while searching, one thing that I definitely follow is not to book through any kind of travel agent. With all these years of experience, I try to book things in advance, but there are certain websites or there are certain areas or routes which offer amazing discounts even if you're booking a week prior. This was not in my plan, but the plan was to go to Kolkata. And when I was checking different sites like Skyscanner, and then I was checking Make My Trip, Go IBBO, Clear Trip, so everything at that point of time, it hit my head that mostly the prices of these platforms are generally the same. It's just end of the booking, when you are about to go ahead and pay, the convenience charge get conveniently added to your booking amount or the payment, and it differs. Like for example, if this is again not to defame any kind of website, but this is how it works in marketing. So let's say if for a flight to Kolkata from Delhi, it costs you 5,669 rupees, and Go by IBBO would give you like 5,439 rupees. Make My Trip usually charges around 600 rupees to 800 rupees convenience charge, but Go IBBO charges you 1000 rupees. So moral of the story is the amount becomes the same. So what I did was, I went ahead and compared all the websites, and after comparing all the websites, I went ahead and booked it through Make My Trip, because Indigo Airlines, which is one of the largest airlines in India, was also offering me a lot of discounts because I had some blue points. However, it did not suffice my things, because I was thinking like, if I'm going to Kolkata, let's go to Puri, because I was getting a kind of a calling altogether. So what I did was, I checked my flights to Bhubaneswar, right? So you cannot go directly from Delhi to Puri. Puri doesn't have an airport, but Bhubaneswar has definitely a proper airport. So what I did was, I went ahead and I booked my flight to Bhubaneswar. The difference amount, because I booked to Bhubaneswar, just 400 rupees, which was okay. Now both flights, so from Delhi to Bhubaneswar, from Bhubaneswar to Kolkata. Now from Bhubaneswar to Kolkata, never take a flight, because you get some amazing trains that you can take journeys from. One of the train that I took journey was Vande Bharat, which runs every day, and it's generally at 1:40 p.m. in the afternoon. So in the morning you can go to Puri Jagannath, visit the temple, you can have your breakfast, check out conveniently, and then you can board the train and go to Kolkata. But if you're going to Kolkata from Delhi, of course there are tens and thousands of flights. So now I got my flights from Delhi to Bhubaneswar, and Indigo has most of the flights, so it costed me something around 5,800 rupees one way from there. Now this is the trick that you need to understand. If you are going to go from Bhubaneswar airport to Puri, you have different modes of transportation. Like for example, one is bus. So if you're going to take the bus, which is the cheapest one, which is around 300 to 400 rupees, it will cost you something around the cost would be of that bus is going to be 300 to 400 rupees, and it will go ahead and get you started around, it will make you reach around in 4 hours. No, not 4 hours exactly, 3 hours approximately, because from Bhubaneswar airport you need to go to the bus stand, and from the bus stand you need to get the bus and go. But if you take a private car, now this is the trick. In the Bhubaneswar airport, you'll have lots of Odisha tourism. Like in Kolkata, you have Yatri Sathi. In Odisha tourism or the airport, you will have Odisha Yatri, right? It's a cab service which is run by the government, and you have the normal cab booking facilities there. They have a very flat fare which is around 2600 to 2700 rupees inclusive of the toll taxes, which is of 200 rupees. But if you are going to book from Uber, which I noticed, which I did, it will cost you something around 1200 rupees, plus you have to pay the toll taxes separately. So moral of the story is, from Bhubaneswar airport to Puri, any hotel specifically near Shorgodar or near Balyapanda, or those are the areas where you technically get all the hotels, it will take around 1400 rupees. And the cabs are very spacious. I'm talking about a sedan, okay, not a wagon or something, a sedan where 3 people can easily accommodate with 2 large suitcases and 1 small suitcase. So it will cost you that much. So Uber is one of the preferred transport that I would recommend. Apart from, once you reach there, from there, now this is where the trick starts happening in Puri. You'll have a lot of totos and you'll have a lot of rickshaws to go from here to there. Originally, I would recommend you walking down the beautiful Marine Drive in Puri, but sometimes in the afternoon when you up for lunch, if you do not want to have food, Shorgodhar has those amazing Bengali, Orissa and Punjabi restaurants, right? So you can go there. It will take you 100 rupees, right, from Balyapanda. So anywhere, so minimum fare is 100 rupees in all the totos and the rickshaws. And if you go to the airport from any part of Puri, it will take you 300 rupees. So we have to take that thing into consideration. The markets of Puri generally is open from the evening or time onwards. It's around like 5 p.m. or 4:30 at some places, where you'll get nice food, street shopping, fish markets, seashell markets, and basically all the shops. And if you want to specifically have khaja is open since in the morning, sweet shops. But these are the beach market I'm talking about. It's open from 4:30 p.m. and it runs through like 10:30. It depends upon the shopkeeper, but 10:30 is the closing time. In fact, most of the restaurant and everything closes down around 10 to 10:30, and you can take some rest, because usually people or travelers go to Puri Jagannath way in the morning. Also, a suggestion for all of you: if you're planning to visit Puri Jagannath, never visit after 8 o'clock in the morning and in the afternoon. Always, if you're planning to visit Puri Jagannath, you have to go in the morning. The gate opens at around 4:30 a.m. in the morning, and that's where the minimum line is, right? There are like VIP counters and there are like general line. So in the general line, if you go there, every 1 hour the line moves. So let's say there are 3 lines. Each line is of 500 meters, and if you talk about these lines, each 500 meters goes in 1 hour. So if you like if you're boarding that line after 3 lines already been there, it's going to take conveniently 2.5 or sometimes 3 hours. It took me 4 hours to get inside, because I reached there around 7 o'clock and there were already 3 lines and each line was moving in 1 hour, right? So I mean, do the maths and the calculation in your head. And once you go inside also, it will take some time. It will take approximately 30 minutes. So much of a crowd, okay? And specifically if you enter after 10 a.m, it is very hot. Your feet will burn. Also, one of the mistake that I did was I did not take cash. Your phones, your belts and everything is going to be submitted. There are free counters outside the temple, but again, it is very limited. If the temple is overcrowded, you might have to stand in that line for around 2 hours, because naturally if somebody is submitting something and going inside the temple, if the person takes 4 hours and an average time, so the baggage would also stay there. For 4 hours. So there are like safe public lockers outside the temple, which they charge 10 rupees per phone and 10 rupees per baggage. So I did that and I went inside. Yes, I was talking about the cash. Take the cash if you want to buy Puri Prasad, Jagannath Dham Prasad I'm talking about. They do not have UPI, you will not have your phone, so always at least take 400 to 500 rupees cash with you, and it's very, very important. One of the most important thing that I've noticed inside is temple management is doing awesome, but there are certain things as public we need to understand what we need to do. So much crowd, so much crowd management things happening inside. It's hell lot of crowds inside. I saw certain situations or certain visual things where it did not appeal to me, where males are staggering over females and vice versa. I understand we are very religious, we go to Jagannath Temple or any temple in the world, but something the management should go ahead and do this. According to me, um, you know males are taking advantage of pouncing on females inside, touching here and there, and this is something which was very disturbing according to me. In fact, I had a female pushing me over, and I literally had to show my eyes to that lady. Right, but again, there's no option because there's so much of crowd, right? So inside also you'll have these tulsi mala flowers being offered from the priest, and each time they offer you, they take 100 rupees. Okay, that's bhakti, or that is business. I don't know what you want to call, but that's the reality, right? So check this video, share this video to anyone who is traveling to Jagannath Temple. From cab from Bhubaneswar to Puri, it will take around 1400 rupees. Take my suggestion, take Uber. Always carry cash inside the Jagannath Temple, which is around 400 to 500 rupees. And do not forget to hydrate yourself, very very important if you're taking the general line. VIP I haven't taken, so I think they charge you 300, and I would always recommend take a panda or a panditji to go inside. It makes life easier, which I did not do, but I learned from my mistake. Share this video to anyone who is traveling to Puri, and like, share and subscribe to my channel. This video is not to intend on malign anyone, but again it's an awareness to anyone. If Jagannath Temple management also watches this, it's a suggestion, it's a review.